So, this is Dying Light. It turns out that the game will load without checking whether or not it can actually find texture files. So, the main 3 texture files for the game, they total about a little under 9 gigs. Normally, I have them load from a RAM disk to improve loading times. And also, it gets rid of some of the stuttering. Well, I forgot to set up the RAM disk this time around. So those files, those texture files, are sitting in a little directory, just kind of not where the game can find them. So, the game still loaded. And, I guess the default color for everything is brown. Now, some textures appear to have loaded still. I'm assuming that, there's another errant texture file that, like, is for one or... well, not one or two, but for a few things here and there. But, yeah, as you can see, there's a reflection on the ground. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but those kind of reflections rarely do. There's this. I don't know what's going on. These are plants, I think. All the particles are just big squares. The map is not. It's just not. Oh yeah, it's nope. No map. No map for you. So, on the plus side, oh, his hands have textures. So yeah, I guess like body texture, like yeah, I guess like first-person models must have like their own texture files because the weapon has a texture mostly. But what I was saying, on the bright side, the game is running smoother than it ever has. Because most of the problem this game has is with texture streaming. It simply can't keep up with, oh god, this little wind effect on the sides of the screen. The game simply can't keep up. Well, I guess my computer just can't keep up. I'm assuming that could be helped if I just lowered the texture quality, but I like my RAM disk solution better. But yeah, like, I'm keeping a pretty solid... I don't have a frame per second monitor here, but I'm gonna estimate... I mean, it doesn't drop below 30. I don't know if it hits 30 even in some cases. Like, it looks like, see this, you know, a lot of game companies, and particularly indie devs like to say that shit. Deal for you, friend. Hello there. A lot of tech companies or game companies like to say that something is an early alpha. It's pre-alpha stages. We're looking at pre-alpha gameplay. This is what pre-alpha looks like, friends. This is what your games look like underneath of that fucking 6 months of a team of artists drawing or taking pictures of various things and then applying them to 3D models. This is what you call placeholder shit. Oh, look at how many fucking, like, if anything, it definitely shows you how many texture or yeah, how many textures and like particle effects are going on at once. Like, oh sweet Jesus, that's not supposed to happen. It's so weird. It's almost like surreal, because it's like It's almost like somebody could potentially make a game in this art style. I'm sure some indie dev has. But it's just so weird. Because, like, there are still placeholder assets for everything. Like, you probably saw this merchant here. Like, he has a face. It's just, you know, that. No merchant in this game looks like that. Like, none of them. And like his watch, like,
you need something?
It's
I'm open 24 hours.
It's there, but it doesn't have a time on it. It's so weird. And the zombies like have, like, they're there. They just have they don't have anything to them. It's so weird. Like, all the plants are just big squares. It's like, I don't know, it's interesting to me that the engine, in the absence of all these texture files, still just presses on. Any other game engine, I can almost guarantee you, if you did this with any other AAA, like, big budget game, the game would crash, or it would give you an error message about missing some kind of files and then crash, or just refuse to load. The fucking newest version of the Chrome engine just says, yeah, well, put in the fucking placeholder assets that are just built into the engine, I guess, or something. Like, what the hell? It completely changed from me doing that. Like, blood textures are still here, I guess. I guess that's what that is. That's crazy. It's crazy that this is working. Oh god, what does lockpicking look like? I had no idea that that was even a 3D model. That's amazing. Yeah, I guess, like, weapons and stuff still have textures. Those must be in a separate file. But the world itself, like, it's just placeholder assets. This is insane. Game is fantastic, by the way. I've been meaning to, like, I've got some clip videos that I kind of want to put up. I just have to get, you know, the motivation to actually edit them together. I guess it's just a room there. What the hell could that be? This no map thing is actually kind of cool. I'd like to see somebody play the game like that. But anyway, yeah, I wasn't expecting this at all. Like, I started the game up and everything just looked wrong, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, I forgot about that. Yeah, so this is the second area to the game. I'm like halfway through the story. Yeah, so spoilers, you don't stay in the same place the whole time, but I doubt anybody would have expected that if they played Dead Island. So yeah, anyway, that's all I got for this right now. I'm gonna go rename those texture files. Oh yeah, he's supposed to be on the radio.
Massive progress on my machete. You've got to see it. You've just got to. So come and visit me, okay?
They forgot to put the radio voice, or radio filter over that. And that's happened, I've heard that happen in a couple of games before. Like, you would expect it out of a game like this, I guess, but... oh god, these particles. These placeholder particles are fucking unbearable. This is so cool, though. Like, are you... the face actually looks pretty much the same. I guess that would make sense. I mean, their models just didn't look... That's weird, though, because that guy looked completely wrong. I wonder if hair is, like, a texture or something. The merchant guy. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. What does a Molotov look like? Just square. Ah, what? Why was that square so big? I guess that's what it. I guess that's. I mean, it's just a sprite, right? Because it has to be that big. That's so crazy. This is so crazy. Did that even work? I don't even think that worked. Why didn't that work? Throwing stars work? Yeah, throwing stars work. Ooh, what do firecrackers look like? Huh. Can I use the menu? Yeah, I can use the menu. Huh, this is so weird. I've never had something like this happen in a game before. I need to stop playing. This game's really fun. There we go. I'm apparently ridiculously overleveled as well. What the fuck? Oh yeah, I forgot that happens. Alright, I think that's good enough.